You will hear a lot of guys claim, "She is my everything," in your lifetime. "Oh, I have no idea how I would survive without her." These kinds of expressions are used so frequently that they seep into your subconscious to the point that, when God grants you a woman, she ceases to be a part of your life and instead becomes the life. Brothers, always be aware that if you fully trust something, you risk losing everything. Putting anything on a pedestal falls under this, not just in the case of women. For instance, some men hold gym in high regard. That's accurate. Anything you consider to be a facet of your personality is bad. Consider the epidemic. What transpires when gyms are closed if they were what shaped your personality? According to this hypothesis, most guys, including a female in your life, is not inappropriate. No one in any way is going to the gym wrong. Be ready to lose everything, though, as they start to become your entire world. You should only be loyal to yourself, your mission, and most importantly, the person who created you as God Almighty. If you fall in love with someone and believe that you genuinely care for them, especially for young people who have little to no experience with female nature, being anticipating that she would fall in love with you is dumb, so be ready to plunge. Keep in mind that I am merely talking about ladies on pedestals and do not fully comprehend their character. Why is this incorrect, then? Here is the key. Have you seen the scene where Bruce Wayne is first told that a criminal is not difficult by Ra's al Ghul in Batman? The same is true for females. They are not at all enigmatic. They are complex animals because of the way we think about them. You must first comprehend the goal of evolution. Men are not truly loved by women. They adore males because they can take care of them and provide them whatever they need. I'm only speaking biologically here. Women are therefore by nature solipsistic and egocentric. They have no love or compassion for anyone but themselves and their kids. Because of this, your mother is the only woman who has ever shown you true affection. Here's why you shouldn't count on other women to behave similarly. First of all, men are viewed by both women and our culture as extroverted creatures capable of bearing any weight. They are in charge of giving women and children both the essentials and comforts of life. Second, when it comes to observation and planning, women outperform men by a wide margin. Depending on an individual man's skills and shortcomings, they build a specific approach for him. This is due to the fact that males differ personally from women. In contrast, the majority of the women you encounter in life will always be the same. Typically, there aren't many dumb ladies to be found. Similar to males, clever women are hard to come by. The majority of them are grouped in between. They are quite similar to one another because of this. Contrary to males, they share a lot of traits, and raising children is among them. Women are often extroverts who like interacting with others. Men, on the other hand, like to maintain their uniqueness. Because of this, males tend to be more libertarians than women. In a similar vein, women tend to be more collectivist than men. So why do males find women so mysterious? Not because women are difficult, simply because men are. I just said how a woman employs several techniques based on the particular male. You must have seen that when two or more guys do the same thing, the same lady will respond in various ways. It all boils down to how a lady evaluates your biological potential. It all boils down to how well you can draw in women. To put it simply, males with particular traits tend to draw females. To attract the attention of the other sex, they respond to specific cues and sensations. Men are polygamists by nature. Because they don't have to carry a kid in their wombs, they're less discriminating when it comes to making women pregnant, which is something that is forbidden in modern civilization. They have so much energy and desire that they want to implant their seeds in as many women as they can. Women do, however, have this risk. She has to hide behind curtains for months before caring for her child either way. Women always elect people who can defend them and who are resourceful because of this biological difference. They can filter out men who appear to be more physically suitable for having sex with during the procedure. It's important to remember that in the end, it's not even about pleasure. Reproduction is a natural process, and if a woman doesn't take preemptive action, it could be hard on her. Women have discovered ways to select guys based on their physical condition and talents since it's more about survival. The woman's subconscious attention is mostly focused on two things. First, he should be healthy enough to implant the seed, and second, he should be able to raise a child. This is when a man starts to resemble an ideal. Although there is no precise description of the ideal guy, this does not give women the right to select any male. These phenomena do put an emphasis on shared interests, a cool demeanor, humor, and physical appeal. Now, when we discuss the perfect man, we also need to take into account the fact that he will probably have more possibilities with women. You won't be too interested in any lady you meet if you have too many options. This does in fact send out a powerful signal that draws a. You'll feel more at ease, happy, and confident knowing that you have many possibilities if you are not particularly interested in women, since you know you can make friends with a dozen of them. The first woman you meet won't be subjected to further pressure. During brief meetings, women might detect this lack of interest and become drawn to them. Again, I will emphasize that little is more. For guys, less is more. It's actually the complete opposite. They tend to be very interested in the ladies they like and believe that more is better. Because they are more egoistic than women, they anticipate the same behavior from others. Because of this, they exercise the patience and use less cues to draw attention. Women enjoy attention, but not all the time. In moderation, they enjoy it. That holds true for affection and love as well. In reality, when someone receives too much affection and attention, especially if you don't divert your focus when she wrongs you, they tend to drift apart. In a word, women tend to find a man more fascinating who is more subdued and doesn't always pay them too much attention. Chaz is worth him. Women who are frequently pursued by males find it to be extremely thrilling and difficult. However, women who don't frequently interact with men might not find pursuing someone as alluring or difficult. Men should thus use extreme caution while expressing their love and interest by taking an extra interest. You don't want to give the woman you admire the incorrect impression. Additionally, if you end yourself falling for every lady you meet, you won't be their ideal. A woman loses interest in you if you show too much interest. She could even overreact and offend you as a result. Some males are aloof and insensitive to women emotionally. They simply don't seem like the best fit. Having stated that, if we travel back a few millennia, choosing the ideal lady or giving love or care was not valued very highly. But today, because to the media's emphasis on romance and love, these things are. Having said all of that, this movie is especially for the young brothers who don't grasp the nature of women at this age. When you're young and naive, it's simple to be sensitive and hold women in high regard, making them your everything. These emotional cues will all turn around. You may improve your self-confidence and life satisfaction by working on yourself. If you preach this to guys who care too much about women, they will definitely detest you, but keep it subtle. They also concur that you should expect to be treated like a fan if you treat her like a star. Brothers, I'll say it again, if you succeed in anything, you must be 100% willing to fail. Don't forget to display some, by the way.